Clearly, if we look at world Catholicism, the most important event in the 20th century was the Second Vatican Council, the most important religious event, at least for Catholicism. There are those who've argued, however, that even had there not been a council, American Catholics would have changed dramatically. And they might suggest it was the election of John Kennedy rather than the council. They both happened around the same time. Those who take the second move are really arguing the following. The end of the immigrant church and the relatively full assimilation of Catholics into American culture, when all of a sudden you have Catholics with their fair proportion of members of Congress, members of the Fortune 500 companies, in the professions, etc. The kind of elan of the outsider is lost, and then all sorts of new issues get raised to Catholicism, and issues in terms of, well, does it have any identity that wasn't premised on being an outsider? Because if that's lost, then it doesn't have anything much to bring to the larger culture. So in some ways, the kind of coming together of the Vatican Council. But I appreciate those who say, well, yeah, but even if there hadn't been a council, this other thing would have happened to American Catholics. The kind of breakthrough symbolized by the election of John Kennedy of the Catholics as outsiders in American culture being fully brought into the heart of American culture. And then Catholics have to face that the way Jews do, in a way. I mean, will you just be assimilated? Will you lose? Or will you work for some kind of identity that's meaningful for you and add some special spice or value to the wider culture? Will you be somehow countercultural at all? And on what basis will you do that? Those are the questions, anyway, that get raised by that John Kennedy scenario.